My name is Marisa Churchill. I have now created the most delicious, low-calorie desserts using much healthier ingredients. Guilt-free desserts that everyone can enjoy. Summertime is the perfect time για να φτιάξουμε ένα πολύ ελαφρύ γλυκό. Today we're going to make a wonderful parfait με λεμόνι, γιαούρτι και ένα μπισκότο με αμύγδαλα. So, to get started, θα βάλουμε λίγο ροδισμένο βούτυρο και τυρί κρέμα μέσα στο mixer. Αντικαθιστούμε ένα κομμάτι από το βούτυρο με τυρί κρέμα light. We are also using brown butter. Now the brown butter is going to give this a much richer flavor. What that's going to do is that's going to allow us to use less butter, replacing it with the cream cheese and still keep that rich flavor. Now that's a secret that we can use for almost any cookie recipe. Είναι ωραία για τα κουλεράκια. We can also make it with shortbread, so we can use that trick for a variety of cookies. Ρίχνουμε μέσα τη ζάχαρη και ανακατεύουμε το μείγμα σε μεσαία ταχύτητα για 2 λεπτά. While this mixes, θα πάρουμε το ταψί μας και θα βάλουμε λίγο λαδόχαρτο από πάνω. Λίγο λάδι. Ρίχνουμε μέσα ένα ολόκληρο αυγό. Το δεύτερο αυγό το βάλουμε μέσα στο bowl. Θα βγάλω το κρόκο. Θα κρατήσουμε το κρόκο γιατί we're going to use this later for something else. Αντί για 2 αυγά θα χρησιμοποιήσουμε το ασπράδι και θα προσθέσουμε ένα κουτάλι σούπας στραγγιστό ελληνικό γιαούρτι χωρίς λιπαρά. Now what the Greek yogurt is going to do here is we're taking out the crocus. We're going to keep the moisture content, the liquid content the same by adding in the yogurt. But we're taking out 5 grams of fat and 250 milligrams of cholesterol by not using this egg yolk. Ανακατεύουμε το γιαούρτι με το ασπράδι. Alright. And this is a great little trick, not just if you want to cut out some fat, but if you want to actually cut down on the cholesterol in your baking. Ρίχνουμε το μείγμα με το γιαούρτι μέσα. Και πάλι ανακατεύουμε το μείγμα σε μεσαία ταχύτητα για περίπου 2 λεπτά. Now, while this mixes, θα ρίξουμε μέσα το αλεύρι, το αλάτι και το baking powder. I'm going to just stop, give this a quick little scrape down. Mix this again. θα ρίξουμε το μείγμα με το αλεύρι και το καλαμποκάλευρο. To make this almond sheet cookie, you want it to have a nice, rich almondy flavor. Now, almonds have good fat, which we'll talk a little bit more about, but they're also really fattening. So you want to try to find that balance between the health benefits of the almonds and the fat that they have, which is why we're putting the kalambocalevro in here. Kalambocalevro is something that's fat-free, it's rich in iron, and it's going to give this great crunchy texture. That's part of what we're looking for with the almonds, is we want a little bit of that ifi. Normally you'd be putting a lot of ground almonds into this. This is going to help us get that same texture without using all the fat. We're still going to use some whole almonds. We're going to give that great almondy flavor. We're going to get the nutrition benefits of the almonds without having so much fat by replacing the ground almonds with the kalambocalevro and just using the whole almonds on top. Ρίχνουμε το μείγμα μέσα. Τώρα ανακατεύουμε, συνεχίζουμε σε χαμηλή ταχύτητα, because we don't want the flour flying out at us. Και μετά σιγά σιγά, we're going to go at a higher speed. Σε μεσαία ταχύτητα τώρα. Great. It's ready. Look at this gorgeous yellow color it has too. It's a beautiful color when you add in the cornmeal. This is just lovely. Now, what we're gonna do with this is really fun, really unique. It's a really interesting way to make the cookies. It makes for great presentation, and there's a lot of different things you can do. We're just gonna take this and we're just gonna press it. Δεν θα χρησιμοποιήσουμε κούπα τίποτα. Τώρα, this is something μπορείτε να το κάνουμε με τα χέρια μας, or we can go ahead and use a rolling pin or a spatula. And we're just going to press this out into a nice disc. All right, take this off of the ταψί για ένα λεπτό. Θα πάρουμε ένα δεύτερο κομμάτι λάδο χαρτό. Now again, you can just go ahead and press this down with your hands, but this is a great trick and a wonderful tip. Now, something I've said before, η ζαχαροπλαστική είναι όλες αυτές τις μικρές λεπτομέρειες. Έχει μεγάλη σχέση με χημεία. So it's really important that we always, properly measure things, properly weigh out our ingredients. And this is why it's great to actually roll out dough this way rather than adding flour, because if you're adding flour to a dough, you're going to make it dry out. It's really better to do it this way, because then εμπεριάζουμε τη ζύμη καθόλου όταν χρησιμοποιούμε λαδό χαρτό. So we're just going to go ahead, give it a little roll. And then you just peel the λαδό χαρτό right off the top. You can see it comes off beautifully, then κολλάει. Βάζουμε τη ζύμη πάνω στο ταψί πάλι. And now we're going to add in our almonds for that great almond flavor. Now, almonds actually have some good for you fats in them. They're rich in protein, and they also help to reduce our cholesterol. So this is a great way to get some of the health benefits, get the great almond flavor without as much fat, just putting them on top rather than putting them into the dough and on top. And this is also going to be a beautiful look for it. All right, just give the almonds a nice little press in για να κολλήσουν πάνω στη ζύμη. Perfect, ready to go. Και θα το βάλουμε μέσα στο φούρνο στους 170 βαθμούς για περίπου 20 λεπτά μέχρι να ροδίσει and for the almonds to get a nice little bit of golden color to them. look at how gorgeous this looks. Τώρα που έχει κρυώσει. Here you have a beautiful dessert. Gorgeous parfait, ωραία χρώματα. Perfect for summertime. Now while that bakes, we're going to go ahead and make the lemon curd. Και αργότερα θα σας δείξω μερικές χρήσεις για αυτό το μπισκότο. You're going to love it. Ψήνετε το μπισκότο και εμείς θα ξεκινήσουμε με το lemon parfait. Για το πρώτο βήμα πρέπει να φτιάξουμε το lemon curd. The first thing we're going to do, θα ρίξουμε μέσα στη κατσαρόλα ζάχαρη, αλάτι, συνήθως όταν φτιάχνουμε lemon curd, χρησιμοποιούμε βούτυρο. That's what we use as our thickening agent. Once the lemon curd starts to thicken, we throw in lots of butter, and that's what gets it nice and thick. Αντί για βούτυρο, εμείς θα χρησιμοποιήσουμε αλεύρι. It's a great binding agent. It's going to give us a beautiful, thick texture that we want, and without any fat. And I'll go ahead, just give this a little whisk. All right. Τώρα θα ρίξουμε μέσα λίγο φρέσκο ξύσμα λεμονιού. Now, you want to be careful when you're adding in the xisma to this that you don't get much of the white, because the white, αυτό το άσπρο πικρίζει, that's the pith of the lemon. So what I want to do is just get the top layer, και όταν βλέπω το άσπρο, I turn the lemon so that we don't get too much of that in. The lemon curd που φτιάχνουμε τώρα είναι σαν τη γέμιση που έχουμε στην πίτα λεμόνι, like the lemon meringue pie. The only difference between the lemon curd and the curd that you have, the filling that you have in the lemon meringue pie is often in the lemon meringue pie it's a little bit thicker. We want this to be a little bit looser, a little bit silkier. And when you make lemon curd, it's really important to add in that lemon zest. You can get a nice lemon curd just using the juice, but if you put the lemon zest in, it's really going to give it that zing. It's going to make it that much better. Τώρα ανακατεύουμε το ξύσμα. Θα βάλουμε την κατσαρόλα πάνω στο μάτι. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to juice our lemons. So now we'll just go ahead, give them a nice squeeze. Θέλουμε 200 ml φυσικό χυμό λεμονιού. Θα πάρω ένα σουρωτήρι. We'll go ahead and pour it into here and we'll see if we have, it takes between 3 to 4 lemons to get 200 ml. So για να δούμε αν έχουμε 200 ml or if we need another lemon. Ωραία, 200 ml. Τώρα ρίχνουμε το φυσικό χυμό μέσα στη κατσαρόλα με το αλεύρι, τη ζάχαρη και το ξύσμα λεμονιού. Το ανακατεύουμε λίγο. Και τώρα θα σας πω το δεύτερο μυστικό μου. Αντί για μόνο φυσικό χυμό λεμονιού, θα βάλουμε και φυσικό χυμό πορτοκαλιού. Now what this is going to do is we're looking for just the right balance. Θα βάλουμε μόνο 40 ml. What that's going to do is that also is going to help counteract the tartness that you have from the lemon. We're going to put in just enough orange juice that you're not actually going to recognize that there's orange juice in the lemon curd. Just enough that we can get away with using less sugar and still having that balance between sweet and sour. Τώρα θα ρίξουμε μέσα το φυσικό χυμό πορτοκαλιού. Ανακατεύουμε το μείγμα ξανά. Θα ρίξουμε μέσα τα αυγά. Συνήθως όταν φτιάχνουμε lemon curd, we use only the egg yolks. That means that we're adding in a lot of fat and a lot of cholesterol. By adding in the egg white as well, we're not only going to add in some protein, but we're going to use less egg yolks, which means that it'll end up having less fat and less cholesterol in our lemon curd. You're not going to be able to tell that anything is different. The flavor is going to be fantastic. Now we'll just go ahead and whisk our eggs in too. Και όταν το μείγμα έχει γίνει λίγο, θα ανάψουμε τη φωτιά και θα αφήσουμε το lemon curd πάνω στο μάτι της κουζίνας σε μεσαία φωτιά, ανακατεύοντας συχνά. Now, part of the reason that it's really important that we whisk this very frequently, if not continuously, is because what can happen is the eggs can start to cook, and that's the last thing we want to do. We want to make sure that everything mixes in evenly. Now, here's a little tip whenever you're making lemon curd. Part of the reason that I mixed the flour in with the sugar was because I wanted to make sure that the flour didn't end up in clumps. By mixing those two together in the beginning, before adding wet ingredients to it, you're going to help ensure that you don't have any flour lumps. Also, by adding the eggs, I often see in lemon curd recipes that people add the sugar and the eggs directly together, and then they add all the other ingredients. I do the opposite. I add the eggs in last. And the reason that I do that is because sugar actually burns egg yolks. Τι σημαίνει αυτό? How does it burn an egg yolk? What it means is that when sugar comes into contact with an egg yolk, it actually starts to cook the egg yolk, and you actually end up with little tiny pieces of almost what looks like scrambled eggs or cooked egg in the curd, and then you have to strain that out later. Well, if you add in everything else, add in the yolks at the end, you're less likely to have that happen. Our lemon curd's starting to thicken now. Δεν έχει δέσει εντελώς, αλλά αντί ασύρμα, τώρα χρησιμοποιώ μια σπάτουλα. Now, the reason you want to go ahead and switch to a spatula is because what's going to happen once it starts to thicken is you're going to need to test it with a spatula. So you can give it a whisk, but then you can go ahead and switch and use the spatula to see, as you can tell, it's still, we have a little bit of thickness, στο μύτη, but it's still running here. So we'll continue to whisk. And what we're looking for is we want to do what's called cooking it to nappe. Now, what does that mean? That's just a fancy way of saying that you want to cook it until it gets thick and it coats the back of the spoon. Actually, we're going to use the wooden spoon because that's going to be an easier way for me to show you. Once it starts to thicken, you can tell that it's ready because when you actually dip in your wooden spoon and you run your finger across the curd, it holds the line. That's what we want. That's what we're looking for. Τώρα ξέρουμε ότι lemon curd είναι έτοιμο. And now we'll just go ahead, put this over some ice to cool it, and it'll be ready shortly. Τώρα θα βάλουμε το lemon curd μέσα σε ένα bowl για να κρυώσει. Now, if you do find that you end up with some lumps of cooked egg or anything like that in your lemon curd, you can go ahead and strain it. But I'm going to go ahead and just put it right into the bowl. Να ρίξω λίγο γύρω-γύρω. Πριν βάλουμε το lemon curd μέσα στο ψυγείο, we want to get it cold. So what we want to do is go ahead and put some ice into a bowl, and then we're going to go ahead and place the bowl with the lemon curd on top of the ice, stir it, and that's going to help cool it down before we put it into the refrigerator. We don't need quite this much ice, so what we'll do is we'll just take a little bit of it out. And you can see I'm kind of creating this ice well. I'm creating just a hole, μια τρύπα, μέσα στο πάγο. Και το bowl με το lemon curd will fit perfectly in there. And we're just gonna stir it like this for a few minutes until it gets cold. Now we're done with that. Go ahead and set the lemon curd aside. Put our ice back. Τώρα το lemon curd έχει κρυώσει με το bain-marie, με το πάγο. Θα βάλουμε λίγο μεμβράνη από πάνω. You actually want to put this directly onto the lemon curd. That's going to help prevent a skin from forming on top of it. Και θα το βάλουμε μέσα στο ψυγείο μέχρι να κρυώσει εντελώς. Το μπισκότο μας σίγουρα είναι έτοιμο. Πάμε στο φούρνο. Το μπισκότο είναι έτοιμο. Look at how beautiful it looks. Τώρα έχει ροδίσει, έχει πάρει ωραίο χρώμα. It's lovely. Τώρα θα το αφήσουμε εδώ για να κρυώσει λίγο. Και εγώ θα πάω να βρω ποτήρια για το παρφέ. Now, once you have this gorgeous cookie, you can easily just snap it into pieces. This is something really fun with the kids. You bake the big cookie, and then the kids get to break pieces off themselves. So now you have these wonderful pieces, and you're going to see you can not only just enjoy these on their own, αλλά εμείς τα χρησιμοποιούμε μέσα στο παρφέ. Θα βυθίσουμε ένα κομμάτι σε κάθε ποτήρι. It's going to look beautiful. We're also going to crumble some of it and put it in layers για να έχουμε κάτι λίγο τραγανό μέσα στο παρφέ. Αλλά πρώτα θα δοκιμάσω ένα κομμάτι τώρα. Τέλειο μπισκότο. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the κουλουράκια that my yaya used to make. Before we assemble our parfaits, θα σας πω το τελευταίο μυστικό. What we're going to do is we're going to fill these with layers of the cookie, the lemon curd, and instead of using whipped cream for a creamy filling in the center, θα χρησιμοποιήσουμε το στραγγιστό ελληνικό γιαούρτι 2% λιπαρά. Θέλουμε στραγγιστό ελληνικό γιαούρτι με 2% λιπαρά. ανοίξουμε το κουτάλι, θα ανακατέψουμε το γιαούρτι. You can see it takes on this gorgeous texture, sansandigi. It looks just like whipped cream. And it's going to have a beautiful silky texture when we put it with the lemon curd. Και αυτό είναι σχεδόν χωρίς λιπαρά. Much lighter, much healthier, full of protein. Perfect substitution. Here you have a beautiful dessert, gorgeous parfait, ωραία χρώματα, perfect for summertime. I hate throwing food away. And since we have egg yolk left over, νομίζω πως έχω μια ιδέα τι θα μπορούσα να το κάνω. Και αν δεν έχετε χρόνο για να φτιάξετε το μπισκότο, you can still make the recipe for the parfait. All you need to do is just get some biscuit digestive or another wonderful little cookie that's light, and you could go ahead and put them for the decoration. Now, what we're going to do is we're just going to break some of these up, grind them up. Right. So έχουμε πάρει περίπου το μισό από το μπισκότο. What we'll do is we'll just take κάθε ποτήρι and put περίπου 3 κουταλιές σούπας σε κάθε ποτήρι. This is such a great dessert during the summertime, and you're going to see just how beautiful this looks. Θα έχουμε στρώσεις με το γιαούρτι, με το lemon curd, με τα μπισκότα. Μπορούμε να βάλουμε το lemon curd μέσα στα ποτήρια με σακούλα ζαχαροπλαστικής ή με ένα κουτάλι. But I think it's easier to keep it clean when we use the σακούλα ζαχαροπλαστικής. Look at how gorgeous this looks, τώρα που έχει κρυώσει. Θα βάλουμε το lemon curd μέσα. Τώρα μια στρώση με το γιαούρτι. Now you can go ahead and keep the recipe με μόνο lemon curd, γιαούρτι και τα μπισκότα, αλλά εγώ προτείνω να βάλουμε και μερικά μούρα μέσα. First of all, they're rich in vitamins, they have antioxidants, but they're also going to give this a beautiful color. Βάζουμε μερικά μέσα. Αν δεν μπορείτε να βρείτε φρέσκα μούρα, μην ανησυχείτε, μπορείτε να χρησιμοποιείτε καταψυγμένα μούρα. Just make sure if you use καταψυγμένα, you want to take them out of the κατάψυξη και άστο μια μέρα πριν μέσα στο ψυγείο για να ξεπαγώσουν. Τώρα πάλι λίγο λεμόνι. Τώρα θα ρίξουμε πάλι τα μπισκότα. That's why sometimes είναι λίγο επικίνδυνο να το κάνουμε πάνω στο platter που we want to serve them. Τώρα βάζουμε το γιαούρτι πάνω. Αυτό θέλουμε να το κάνουμε πολύ προσεκτικά, because you don't want to end up pushing the crumbs onto the surface of the yogurt. Τώρα θα βάλουμε λίγο ξύσμα πάνω και να έχουμε λίγο χρώμα, να σπάσουμε λίγο το άσπρο. Now we'll take these beautiful pieces, these shards of cookie that we have here, and we'll just place the cookie shards inside κάθε ποτήρι. Έτοιμο το γλυκό μας. Here you have a beautiful dessert, gorgeous parfait, ωραία χρώματα, perfect for summertime.
I hate throwing food away, and since we have egg yolk left over, νομίζω πως έχω μια ιδέα τι θα μπορούσα να το κάνω. Λίγη ζάχαρη, λίγο χυμό λεμονιού, ένας κρόκος και έτοιμη η μάσκα.
Φτιάξουμε το καλύτερο γλυκό για καλοκαίρι. Popsicles. Δύο χρώματα, δύο διαφορετικές γεύσεις, κάτι υγιεινό, θρεπτικό και πολύ δροσερό για το καλοκαίρι. Ένα πεντανόστιμο καλοκαιρινό cheesecake με φρέσκα μούρα, χαμηλά λιπαρά. It's perfect for summertime, and doesn't that look gorgeous?